In the beginning there was verb, in the beginning there was number, in the beginning there was sound. Hi, this is Gaspar Calvo, and this is CITTARA, a speculative music school. That comes from speculum, Latin word for mirror, remember, and not from speculation. On this, the very first video of the year, we're going to keep with the topic of music of the spheres, on its astrophysics basis. No metaphysics on this video except for the conclusions derived from the cosmic order that we're about to see. Planets have a sidereal period, that is, by circling the Sun, they derive a minimum frequency which our ear is unable to hear. This comes from the last video where we came forth with all the planets' nodes from the solar system. By octave multiplying these frequencies, we could understand with the intellect which note was vibrating beyond our sensorial perception. From 20 Hz on, our biological system notes the vibration as a sound, emerging from the deep obscurity of perception to the sensitive microcosmos of our ear. Yes, as a triumph of light over darkness. This is so beautiful, but one big step further comes next. Whereas sidereal period refers to the actual time to round the Sun, synodic is the time taken between two conjunctions, that is the time that every couple of planets takes to be the closest again to one another. Let's start with these two, Jupiter and Venus. They meet each other every 0.6489 years. Earth years. Thanks to Venus's faster, intercepts Jupiter again when it has run a 5.54% of its orbit. In the picture, we can see depicted from time equals 0, equals half of the synodic period, and equals full period, how do they both evolve. And finally, their mutual node is given by this period. Thus, an A flat, slightly higher, is derived. Aphrodite's kiss to Ares. Ares and Aphrodite, in their own planet spheres of Mars and Venus, meet each other every 0.9142 years. Venus sidereal is 0.61521 years and Mars is 1.88 years. So Venus makes 1.5 times its period to reunite with Mars. Let's face the beauty of this. 1.5 is a diapente, a fifth, a consonance, and one of the perfect intervals together with the octave and the fourth. Venus backs up from her unison 1/5 to reach her nemesis, while Mars advances an octave from his original note to reach Venus, both as a passive and active principles of the universe given through the myths that we inherited. If Venus does a perfect fifth below and Mars an octave higher, both gather in the superior octave from Mars. Consonances both. On this very pitch they are one, and since the orbit is imaginary and not an actual body occupies it, belongs to the intellect, to the light. There is no body, matter, in that period, but is a consequence of which they are the cause. Mars and Venus have a son as a sound, or maybe a daughter, since in the myth, Mars and Venus have harmony. And this is the divine essence of cosmos. By octave multiplying 2 to the power of 31 times 0.9142, the period of both, we got the mid note, that is the note on the middle of the piano, 297.74 Hz. So, a D slightly up, same note as Ares. Love. As Neoplatonists will say, love is the force behind every movement of light and commands and organizes everything towards the uttermost forms of nature's beauty. Mars and Venus are fated to love each other, while there's still a solar system. And so the archetypes remember this to create the enhancing mythology around us. And every of the rest compound periods offers information about the music of the spheres. No doubt this has been a short video, but I recall of great beauty. Much is hidden and much time has been taken to make it with the right studies to create it. If you want to support the work of the school, you can now purchase lecture notes you'll find in the description. You can choose between the mathematics formulas for what we derive and where do they come from, and a set of examples beyond Venus and Mars, or both. And for those of you that want a further approach, just write an email. Like and subscribe. And remember, this is the iceberg peak for those with a pure heart, and the door of doom for those who are eager for knowledge. Use the shield of Perseus. Orphic greetings.